Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to 9 episode 3. I believe we are going to be meeting up with Miss Naruse, which means we're probably actually going to be meeting up with Iris, supposedly Iris, who is possessing our teacher's body, and she fully acknowledges all of that and even is allowing her to perform this act, which is pretty interesting. Now, I think it is a pretty good deal here that we don't have to explain too much to our instructor, that she is just sort of rolling with it. She even completely allowed her body to be possessed. I don't know why. I guess she just was wanting to see what it would be like, and that's sort of where we are. I'm also very, as I've been talking about in previous videos, very wary of Sophie, more so than ever, and I'm really curious as to what she's sort of been up to in these past few videos. It's been a while since we've actually, sat down with her. I guess it's been 2 videos, but she didn't really do anything with us 2 videos ago. She just told us to rest. Yeah, like that's really going to do too much for us. Well, actually it did, but anyways, very uncertain about Sophie. And let's see what we can get out of Iris if we do talk with her tonight. Miss Naruse replies shortly after I get home. It looks like she's eager to talk to us too, since she says to meet with her tonight, if I can read. In reality, I bet she just wants to get this out of the way ASAP, so she can just go back to lazying around. I text Senpai about the meeting, and then eat dinner since there's still some time before I have to get going. After that, I zone out on my bed for a bit, and then leave my room with time to spare. We're a high school student, we've got homework that we could be doing. Or other activities. Why do we have to zone out? Why was that what he did? I arrive at the train station just as Senpai's coming out of it. I'm glad I left early. I would have felt bad if I ended up making her wait for me again.
まだそんなに遅くはないですけど大丈夫でした？こんな時間に出かけるの。はい、
大丈夫です。むしろ喜んでて、友達できてよかったねって。
I don't know if I want to say that's a little depressing or not, but you know what? We'll just take it as a positive thing. I think Hakudu is on the same page as us. Unsure of how to respond, I end up laughing awkwardly. I wonder what Senpai's parents would think if they found out her new friend was getting her involved in something dangerous. I suddenly feel like apologizing to them. I mean, it's not necessarily our fault. Or is it?
何がです？
考えてみれば、確かに私いらなかったなって。先生と親しいわけでもないし、新見さん一人の方が良かったのかなって。
I mean, you have to come with us. First off, it is episode 3, your episode. It is your time to shine more than ever. And, she approached the 2 of us like the other night, so... Excuse me, I guess it just makes sense to continue being the duo that continues to talk with her.
ごめんなさい。私ちょっと舞い上がっているというか、はしゃぎすぎちゃってる気がします。
You're good, honestly.
いや、大丈夫ですよ。先輩？
Oh, fuck.
もう少々発言には気をつけるべきですわね。
What did we even say? What did we say here? Yeah, I mean, we were just... Yeah, that was fine. I don't think we said anything necessarily bad or something that would make her feel embarrassed. Come on.
はい。
唐突に褒められたものですから、フリーズしてしまいましたわ。
Of course.
マジっすか。なんかすみません。
自分に自信がなさすぎるんです、あの子は。だからこそ私がいるのですが。
At least they're sort of working in tandem now instead of like one causing some issues for the other, I guess you could say. Not that that was necessarily happening before, but it's not happening now.
さあ、行きましょう、かける様。先生とイーリスさんが待っていますわ。
はい。
Senpai casually wraps her arm around mine and leads me toward the shrine. There's no real point in pretending to be a couple anymore, but I'm enjoying this, so I guess there's no reason to stop. Hey, I wouldn't complain. Would any of us really complain? We walk slowly, but we still make it to our destination 3 minutes before the meeting time. I've been to this shrine dozens of times, but when I think about how I'm going to be talking to a god here, it suddenly all looks unfamiliar.
先生はどちらに？
拝殿に来てくれって言ってたんですが、人格そっちのままで大丈夫ですか？
ええ、もともと私に変わるつもりだったようですから。神様の前では気遅れして話せないだろうからと。
I had a small feeling that we would be switching back to the more assertive Kosaka.
了解っす。じゃあ行きますか。
はい。
さすがに離れておきましょう。
ほら、残念。
Uh-huh. Chuckling, Senpai releases me. To be honest, I also feel like it's a shame, but right now I've got to focus. I turn around and head toward the main building. The last time I went inside was during the festival, I think. I used to play in there all the time when I was a kid, so I know that there's nothing to be afraid of, but... let's do this. I exhale, releasing the pent-up tension in my muscles, and step inside. I think it'll be alright. It's not our first go-around with talking to a god, and alright. Miss Narase is sitting in the middle of the room in her shrine maiden attire with her eyes closed. Well, that's unexpected. I think this is the scene that I saw in the opening. I figured that she would casually greet me like usual. Then maybe we would have to make small talk for a few minutes before she had let Iris take over. Sadly, it seems Miss Narase had other plans. It's rare to see her acting like a proper shrine maiden. Frankly, it's kind of overwhelming. Rooted to the spot, I silently stare at Miss Narase. I don't think that's our instructor anymore. Slowly, she opens her eyes. It's probably not Miss Narase in there
お
anymore.
待ちしておりました。
It's not.
いいです。
まださつきちゃんです。
God fucking damn it.
はい。
Well, there goes all my nervousness. I guess even when she's acting like a shrine maiden, Miss Narase is still Miss Narase. At least this is helping me relax. Yeah, there goes all of that tension.
おいでおいで、適当に座って。高坂さんもいらっしゃい。
I'm glad I didn't make my very
お邪魔いたします。
serious, damn, her eyes look like a fucking snake's or some shit. I mean, they really didn't, but I was gonna say something just for the sake of commentary. Bowing, Senpai sits down in front of Miss Narase. Still a little nonplussed, I take a seat next to Senpai.
清楚に見えるよね。
I
雰囲
mean-
気出るっていうか。
Definitely is giving less of an impression of being a teacher, for sure.
っていうか、そう。聞こうと思ってたんだ。
何をです？
二人付き合ってるの？
Nope.
いや、
Only for a funny bit.
はい。あ、やっぱそうなんだ。
Senpai, why'd you say that? Without any hesitation, too. The conversation moves on without me, and I lose my chance to set the record straight. It's not really important. I don't think it's gonna change anything.
別に咎めたりしないけど、ほどほどにね。ほどほどですか。うん。何とは言わないけど。何とは。そう。何を何したりとか。
Yeah, definitely not in such a holy location, you know?
承知しました。ほどほどにいたします。
This is a place that must be
そう
respected.
そう。ほどほどにいた
Yes,
してね。
moderation.
こんな場所で何下ネタ連発してるんすか？
普通に会話してただけだけど、どこがどう下ネタに聞こえたの？やだ、新見くん不純。
Yeah, honestly, like if I were jumping into this episode or this video right here, right now, it's just some random ass viewer, and I saw this person talking this sort of way, the way they are. Yeah, I'm not going to expect them to be our fucking teacher whatsoever. They do not give off the vibe at all. Who let this person become a teacher or a shrine maiden?
まあ、ワイダンなんてどうでもいいんですよ。
You even
言っちゃったよ、ワイダン
Yeah.
って。
時間が時間だし、さっさと終わらせて。
どうしました？
ちょっと足崩していい？待ってる間にしびれちゃった。
Wow.
はい。
いってて、正座するんじゃなかった。
I'm serious. Who let this person become a shrine maiden? I feel like an idiot for being nervous now.
さてと、それじゃあ呼んじゃおっか、神様。
What if she can't and we just, came here for no fucking reason?
すぐに呼べるんですか？
そう。
え
Yep, there we go. We don't even fucking know. Great.
まあいけるでしょ。
大丈夫っす。あの人適当っすけど大丈夫っす。
Yeah, probably.
おい、聞こえてるぞ。神の巫女に対して不敬であるぞ、君たち。
すみません。
失礼しました。
まあ、私もよく分かってないんだよね。何せ急だったから。でも多分、こうやって呼びかければ。
Oh, here we go. Maybe. Possibly this time. She closes her eyes again. Silence fills the room. Yeah, I think we got something going on this time around. Yeah, wait a minute. That was what we saw last time. That really showed off that, yeah, that definitely was her being possessed. Okay. See, I forget things. A few seconds later, Miss Narase's stigma starts to glow on her forehead. The relaxed atmosphere of a few minutes ago vanishes. Miss Narase and I both straighten our backs at the same time. Well, eyes definitely haven't changed. Yeah, really the only difference here is that, yeah, the stigma on the forehead. She lifts her face up. Her faint smile looks decidedly different from usual.
やはり会いに来てくださいましたね。
イーリスさんですか？
Yeah, we know it's her this time around because it actually says Iris
はい。
on the name tag right
私
there.
の名はイーリス。こちらの世界では白蛇様、あるいは白蛇様と呼ばれているようですね。
Everything from her style of speech to the tone of her voice is entirely unlike Miss Narase. I always figured gods were the things of myths, but now we're staring right at one.
どうか楽になさってください。長い話になるでしょうから。
Oh, I believe it. So here's our thumbnail, just so I can get it. Honestly, how I get my thumbnails, I definitely try to use CGs if I can, but if there is no CG, I just try to use, a character on screen or whatever. But if there is, I have to try and get it where I don't have the HUD. I don't have any sort of UI on screen. And sometimes, this game in particular, it's one fucking frame out of my 30 that I have to try and grab, and sometimes I just suck at it. It's Michael SK problems, honestly. Senpai and I exchange glances, excuse me. I relax my posture, but Senpai keeps her back ramrod straight, just like Iris. And unlike me, seemingly satisfied with Senpai's choice, Iris smiles in approval and gives her a little nod.
私に聞きたいこともあるでしょうが、まずはここまでの経緯を説明させてください。
Yeah, let's hear what you got going on.
きっとその中にあなた方の求める答えもあるでしょうから。
Yeah, get the pencil and paper out, boys and girls.
はい。
では、
Iris's smile grows wider, and she begins her tale. Unsurprisingly, she starts with the events of 1,000 years ago. Okay, I don't care about that. Originally, our world and Iris's world were connected. Back then, Iris was close friends with Miss Narase's ancestors, though she made sure not to interfere with the affairs of our world too much. But things changed drastically when the people of Iris's world invented artifacts.
魔術の習得には長い時を要します。才能も必要です。
Damn. So not only do we have artifacts, everywhere seemingly, but magic was actually its own thing. Just fuck the whole artifact deal. If you were a part of a specific lineage, you might have something.
誰にでも魔術を使えるようにアーティファクトを開発した。
はい。ですが完成したアーティファクトは誰にでも扱えるものではありませんでした。
Isn't that like an Avatar The Last Airbender thing? Like you've got your benders, but you also have your ordinary ass people, but they started creating things in order to allow everybody to technically bend an element of some
アー
sort.
ティファクトは
Equality for all or whatever.
その結果、多くのアーティファクトがこちらの世界へと流出してしまうことになりました。
That was when disaster struck. Just like how when artifacts started reappearing here a few weeks ago, the school nearly burned down. Or how Yoichi's going around killing people. The people who were swallowed up by their own powers caused a calamity in Shiromitsugawa. And it's the person sitting in front of us, Iris, who put an end to their rampage.
私はアーティファクトを回収した後、私が持つ世界の目の対となるもう一つの目をこちらの世界に残しました。
対となる。
はい。目ですから。
Well, most people tend to. Smiling, Iris points to her own
世
eyes.
界の目は扉のアーティファクト。開くこともできれば閉じることもできる。それぞれの世界に目を置き、そのまぶたを閉じることで、つながった二つの世界を隔絶
Oh, I wonder what
したはず
changed.
でした。
I wonder what
こ
occurred.
っち側の世界の目が破損したせいで。
はい。片目が開いてしまいました。その隙間を縫って、再びアーティファクトがこちらの世界に。
I guess you can argue that's why only shit is, coming into our world and shit from our world isn't going into another world. Because their shit is totally good. Ours has been damaged.
すべて私の世界の不手際です。
Then again, I don't really know what we would have that would, spill over to another world, but
心
whatever.
苦しい限りですが、私の願いも実はソフィーティアと一緒なんです。アーティファクトを回収するために力を貸してほしい。
Okay, so she said Sophitia. I'm still struggling with the pronunciation of her name.
ただし、
Because I want to say Shia instead of Tia because it sounds cool.
それが私の願い。そしてあなた方に接触した理由です。
消せませんわね。
Senpai mutters suddenly. Looking resolutely at Iris, she asks the question that's been on my mind as well.
1000年前のように、なぜイーリスさん自身がこちらの世界に来て混乱を鎮めようとされないのでしょうか。
I don't think people from the other world necessarily can.
あなたに比べれば我々などひよっこ以下でしょ。
After all, Sophie
未
is
熟にも
using
程があり
a
ますわ。
an illusory body, and then we have Iris here who's just, possessing a body.
今回のようにナルセの人間の体を借りて。
Ah, the old reliable strat being used again, it seems then. She places a hand on her, Miss Narase's chest.
生物は世界の移動をすることができません。世界の目の力を用いても、私自身が肉体を持ったままこちらの世界に移動することは叶わないのです。
Interesting, that's just a concrete ass rule
です
then.
から魂だけ、私の同一存在である女性の体を借りて力を振るったのです。
同一存在。
互いの世界には魂の性質を同じくするものが存在します。こちらの世界では男性で、あちらの世界では女性かもしれません。
Damn, I feel really bad
魂
for
は同一なのです。
I feel bad for whoever I actually share a soul with in another world then. Whoever my counterpart is, I am fucking sorry, dog.
かけるさんにもはるかさんにも別の世界には別のあなた方がいます。
Have you guys ever met your doppelganger?
そういった同じ魂を
I
持
think
つ
there's like a
ものを
statistic somewhere that does state that you most likely have somebody in this world that looks pretty damn close to how you look.
もしかして成瀬先生は。
お察しの通り、成瀬家には各世代に私の同一存在が生まれるようです。
Oh, how convenient.
現世代ではこのサツキが私の同一存在となりますね。
How very convenient.
同一存在であれば体を借りられるってわけですか。
はい。魂を同調させることで初めて可能となります。サツキ以外の体を借りることはできません。
So let's say that she dies, then there's nobody that she can possess anymore.
なおさら消せません。同一存在がいないのであればまだしも、ちゃんといらっしゃいます。なぜ自らのお力を振るわないのですか？
できないのです。
Because there's got to be a reason. For the first time, Iris's expression clouds over. There's obviously more to
1000
this.
年の時が過ぎ、私の力も随分と弱くなってしまい、
Oh, no longer at your prime. She casts her gaze downward and squeezes her hands together.
昔ほどうまく同調できないのです。仮にできたとしても、昔のようにアーティファクトを扱うことは
誰かに頼らざるを得ないというわけですか。
情けないですが、その通りです。
She smiles weakly. I see. If we can believe everything Iris is saying, that would explain why Sophie's communicating with us through a stuffed animal. No, I mean, I get it. She can't physically cross over into this world either. Instead, she sent over an illusory body that she then took over by synchronizing to it like a resonant. And that's probably the irregular usage of her illusory body that she was referring to a while back. Just like Iris, she can't use her artifacts here because either she can't synchronize to her body perfectly, or the body itself is just too weak, which is why she needs our help. But hang on a second.
世界の目は今ソフィーが持ってますよね。
はい。魔眼のアーティファクトも私のものでした。
でしたということは、
私では扱えなくなってしまい、手放したのです。その判断は誤っていましたね。
Yeah, that is fucking dire.
ソフィーとは敵対しているんですか？
少々複雑ではありますが、そうですね。そう捉えていただいてもいいかもしれません。
Okay, what's her goal then?
回収したアーティファクトを私的に利用するつもりです。世界のためという大義名分を掲げて。
Oh yeah, you can claim all you want, but man, yeah, if you are in possession of some crazy ass powers like what we have seen, such as turning people into stone, therefore killing them, yeah, I don't know what greater good you can get out of that.
故に渡すわけにはいきません。アーティファクトの乱用は必ず悲劇をもたらします。ですからどうか。疲れた。
That came out of nowhere. For a second, Senpai and I just look at her in utter confusion. Iris let out a languid sigh, her dignified expression vanishing.
ああ、もういいかしら。それっぽく話さなくても。
No way.
いや、
神様だからこういうキャラ望まれてるんだろうなって
God damn
頑張っ
it.
てみたんだけど、肩こるわね。やっぱり柄じゃないわ。ああ、疲れた。
God damn. Yep. She and our teacher truly do share a soul. 100%. They really are counterparts, huh? Dumbfounded, Senpai and I watch as Iris casually rolls her shoulders and stretches her back. She looks exactly like Miss Naruse, actually. Not divine at all. So this is Miss Naruse's resonant. It didn't really click with me at first, but now I feel like I get what Iris was talking about. She, is a lot like Miss Naruse. Oh, excuse me, that is for sure, and I can see the similarities now.
そもそもあっちの世界じゃただの老害扱いだし。
Oh, lovely.
流しちゃってましたけど、1000年くらい生きてるんですよね。
もうね。
不老不死ってことです？
不老だけど不死ではないわね。老化を止めてるだけ。
Interesting.
アーティファクトの、いえ、魔術によって。
今時魔術なんて使わないわよ。アーティファクトの方が便利だから。
Oh, you just straight up made
プ
one.
ロのアー
Okay.
ティファクト。
Okay.
だからソフィーティアみたいなのが勝手なことをする。
Ah, the youth.
破壊衝動を煽るように。
Yeah, that's probably what's exactly going on here.
そうやって他人を利用してアーティファクトを我が物とする。もう私もあなたたちを利用しようとしているからとやかく言えないけれど。
I mean, I feel okay being used by Iris here. Sort of because, like, there's a lot more trust being built up here because we're actually getting the story told to us. We're getting more background instead of, I'll tell you when it's necessary. No, come
イ
on.
ーリスさんとしては、アーティファクトを私的に利用しようとする勢力の台頭を許容できないというわけですね。
そういうこと。だから動きたくても動けない私の代わりにあなたたちに頑張ってほしいわけ。
She holds her hand out to us, as if offering something, but her palm is empty. Oh. A second later, though, the space above her hand warps in the same way it does when Sophie appears, and an ornately decorated vial materializes in it.
それは？
アンブロシア。アーティ
Aha!
ファクトとの契約を破棄する令約。
Yeah, we've seen this before.
手放したと先ほどおっしゃっていましたね。
そう、あるの。あなたたち困っているんでしょ？
Yep, we just
魔
gotta
眼の
get
使い手
you.
に対抗する手段がないと。
We gotta get Yoichi to drink that, though. Wasn't there like a big fuss about the dose being too much as is?
はい。
これが解決してくれるわ。ほんの少しでもこの霊薬を体内に注射するか飲ませてもいいわ。あとは回収するだけ。戦う必要はない。簡単でしょ？
簡単か？
Sorry, I guess it's not a drink, it's a
飲ま
shot.
せるために戦う必
Or
要があ
maybe it
り
is
そ
a
うです
drink.
わ。
Never fucking mind.
それはなんとか工夫しなさい。とにかく、ほら。
おっとっと。
I barely managed to catch the vial before it hits the ground. Man, what a careless throw. Isn't this like super valuable?
それはあげる。使うかどうかはあなたたちの判断に任せるわ。まだ私のことは信用しきれないでしょうし、使わなくても責めたりしない。
Well, I'm gonna say that we've got some good reasons here to trust Iris over
あ
Sophie.
なたたちのソフィーティアに渡しちゃいなさい。
Wait, why?
人命優先ね。自分たちの命を一番大事に。そういうことでいいかしら。そっちから何か話したいことはある？
おおむね事情は分かったかな？
Yeah, I mean, my big question was, what is the deal with Sophie? And I think I guess we got our question answered. It wasn't like a big reveal like, oh, she's fucking evil. It's like, no, it's just there's different ideas and shit floating around. Therefore, she wants things to go her way, which are different from Iris's direction, or where she's wanting things to go with artifacts.
ですわね。
But the way that she's kind of
魔眼の
like
ユーザーを攻略する
trying to
手立てもいただ
control
きました
a
し
narrative and trying to work with everybody in different ways here, it's like, yeah, it's a little scummy.
どうかよろしくお願いします。
Hey, I'm down with it. I'm down with aiding her rather than Sophie. But I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. She puts her hands on the ground and bows deeply. And there she goes. When she looks up again, the stigma on her forehead is gone.
どうは疲れた。
That wasn't even a lot of talking.
神様喋りすぎでしょ。
Come on now, I talk way more than that.
イーリスさんに
But then
体
again,
を
I've got
貸して
water
い
with
る
me
間
here.
先生の意識は
Which I almost spilled. I almost spilled my water. Okay, I'm stupid.
あるある。ぼんやりとだけどね。話もまあ大体は。
Alright, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I've got water. I can talk more.
ありがとうございました。なんとかできるかは分かりませんが、してみようと思います。
本当に新見くんたちがやらなきゃいけないの？
I mean, we have a sense of justice to actually, fulfill our quest here and save the day, but also, I mean, two of the enemies that we're going against are from our school. So, yeah, I mean, we got to try and do something.
義務も責任もないんだし。
そうなんですけどね。
Yeah, I mean, we could quite literally just quit what we're doing and go about our lives, but more people will die. And we are knowingly letting that happen because we kind of gave up on trying to do anything. Could we win? Probably not, but we can go out fighting. We can try to save the day.
責任はあるのかな。やり遂げたい理由があって、どうせ誰かがやらなくちゃいけないことなら、その役目は俺でありたいんです。
おお、珍しく熱血。
素敵です。
Better than how gung-ho we were about it back in episode 1, huh? Good times there.
どうでもいいけど、かける様なんて呼ばせてんの怖。
I mean, we're not making her do shit. That's kind of her own thing.
まあ、いいや。よくないけど。
How conflicted you are.
今日はもう帰りなね。私も疲れちゃった。
はい。ありがとうございました。
今後ともよろしくお願いいたします。
はいはい。お疲れお疲れ。おやすみ。
Now, we didn't actually ask Iris, like, hey, can we, talk to our comrades about this? But, whatever. With that half-ass send-off, we leave the main hall. I mean, we can tell them about that. Ambrosia, huh? With this, we can put a stop to Yoichi's misdeeds.
切り札を得ることはできましたが、
Yeah, now the big question is, how the fuck do we use it?
はい。
使いますの？
Or will we use it?
だからみんなに相談します。
異議なしですわ。
No, good deal.
私も同意見です。
I think that's totally fair.
じゃあ明日、みんなに集合かけておきます。
ええ。事態が好転してくれるといいのですが。
そう期待しましょう。
はい。
Smiling senpai links arms with me for whatever reason.
駅まで送ってくださいます？
Oh, but of course.
はい。
あら、嫌ですの？
いや、ちょっと照れてるだけです。
可愛らしいかける様。行きましょう。
Yeah, we all know what this personality is after.
はい。
Arm in arm, we head out of the shrine. If we use this ambrosia, it'll mean we trust Iris. It also means that we'll be betraying Sophie. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe Takamine was onto something when he gave me the codename Betrayer. I need to weigh my options carefully. I can't afford to make any more mistakes. We can't let there be any more victims. That is true. But like I said, episode 2, there weren't any more victims. But we also had our confrontation with Ghost in episode 2. They were all aware of our existence and what we were trying to do, and I think that kind of like pushed Yoichi and I guess also Ghost from committing more crimes. So I don't think we will see anything quite yet, but if Yoichi does catch wind that like, hey, we're kind of backing off for way too long, he might go back to his old ways and start killing. And by old ways, he'll just continue what he was doing. When I get back to my room, I heave a tired sigh. I left the ambrosia with Senpai. Sophie's usually monitoring me, so it's not a good idea for me to hang on to it. That being said, shouldn't Sophie know that we're in touch with Iris by now? Maybe she won't even contact us if she thinks that we've betrayed her. Just as I think that, oh, here we go. Hello, Sophie. Sophie materializes above my table. I'm instantly on my guard.
いいかしら。
Yeah, I guess so.
あ
またユーザーを見つけたみたいね。
Yeah.
あ、先生のことか。
彼女、成瀬家の人間よね。
Yeah.
そう。目はあの子を選んだのね。
世界の目は成瀬の人たちしか選ばないのか。
そうね。特殊なアーティファクトなのよ、あれは。どう？ちゃんと使いこなせてる？
I mean, we haven't had any more prompts that came up to tell us, hey, do this or that based on, prior episode knowledge. So I don't think we've had any other, situations.
いや、どうかな。ソフィーみたいに枝の観測
Oh, but I'm sure by
とかは
episode
まだで
4,
きていないみたいだったけど。
by episode 4, we will be a force to be reckoned with. We will be Keiichi Maibara.
そう。破損してしまった影響かしらね。
そういえば、一部が俺の中にあるんだっけ？
それはあくまでも仮説。あなたの中にあるかもしれないし、ないかもしれない。
Yeah, who the fuck knows what we got going on?
どちらに
From the looks of it, she hasn't realized Iris is borrowing Miss Narase's body from time to time. She probably thinks that we only went to Miss Narase's house to explain the situation to her. At the very least, it's clear that she didn't overhear our conversation. The question is, should I tell her about it? No, I don't think so. I think we should play Sophie's game. Sophie is jumping back and forth between our faction and Rig Veda, more specifically, Yoichi. And she's, playing whatever cards she needs to on both sides like a double agent. Why don't we do the same shit? Play dumb. Play the cards, and only the cards that we need to play, and continue to gather information from Sophie as we see fit or were available. It's hard to be sure, but there is one thing I should confirm while she's here. Just don't fucking blow the cover here.
余一のこと伝えに来てくれたんだよな。
そうね。もっとも、まだ見つかっていないって報告だけだけれど。
Oh, really?
聞きたいんだけど。
何？
アーティファクトの契約を解除する方法って殺す以外にあるんだよな。
もちろんあるわよ。
Okay, yeah, there's some truthfulness here.
教えてくれないか。余一は殺したくない。っていうか、真っ向から挑んだらこっちが殺される。
薬がある。それを使うのはあまり現実的とは言えないでしょうけど。
Oh no, definitely not. We're gonna have to fucking like pin him to the ground and shit.
薬？
アンブロシアという霊薬があるの。魂を仮死状態にしてアーティファクトを騙す薬。
それもらえるか？
もともとそのつもりだけれど今は無理ね。
Because
どうして？
手元にないのよ。急ピッチで作らせてはいるけれどあと半月はかかるわね。
yeah, she really rushed the process last time. But why doesn't she have any on hand? Is there not just like a global supply that we could, you know, utilize over there?
半月結構かかるな。
私もそう思うけれど仕方がないわ。こんな事態想定してなかったんだもの。何も準備をしていなかった。とにかく出来上がれば渡すから。それまでおとなしくしていなさい。
Okay, but she's going through the same shit that she said in episode 2. I think we're still in the clear here. She isn't totally aware about Iris here.
おとなしくって何もするなってことかよ。
そう。半月鍛えた程度じゃあなたたちはあの子に勝てないわよ。
Training what, our ass cheeks so we're ready to clench them when it comes to fucking fighting Yoichi?
アドバイスしてあげるけれど
And that is?
あ
アーティファクトの力を引き出す鍵は心、魂の強さ。
God damn it. So it's shonen manga that we gotta avoid, and shoujo manga we gotta go for.
あなたたちの校舎を燃やしたあの子のようにね。
Okay. Maybe that's a way, like, of getting around the whole idea of your artifact trying to fucking kill you, is that you need to gradually use it, don't constantly use it over and over and over again. So maybe like a once a day sort of deal. And then once you start to build up that reservoir, maybe do it a little bit more. But the thing is with Sora is that everything kind of just blew up all in episode 2 when she tried to save us. She used the crazy extent of her power that she didn't necessarily build up to, and she faced the consequence of it. So it seems like there may be a way around your artifact trying to fucking kill you.
だか
Or
ら
at least
おとなしく
I'd like
して
to
い
think
な
that.
さい。焦りから生まれた強さはあなたの身を滅ぼす。きっとね。
分かったよ。
Yeah, I believe it.
素直でよろしい。もっともあなたのアーティファクトは戦うためのものじゃないし、心よりも体を鍛えてムキムキになった方が良さそうね。
それこそ半月じゃ無理だな。
I mean, we can build up some stamina. You can definitely build up some fucking good-ass stamina in half a month. I smile ruefully, and Sophie smiles back, I think. Is she only showing concern for us as a way to gain our trust? Is she actually egging Yoichi on from the shadows and pushing him to kill people for their artifacts? I have no idea who I should believe.
修行なんかじゃなくてアンブロシアをどう服用させるか、その作戦を練るのがいいでしょうね。
Okay, which is it? You want us to train our spirit, our body, or our minds?
だろうな。そうするよ。
じゃあね。何か進展があったら報告するわ。
Uh-huh.
ああ、頼むよ。
I wonder if she noticed that we were a little off there. We weren't like, I guess, as loud or vibrant. As soon as the words leave my mouth, the space around Sophie warps and she returns to her world. This conversation didn't do anything to ease my suspicions, but I'm pretty confident that the ambrosia that Iris gave us is the real deal now. The question is, how are we gonna get Yoichi to drink it? I thought it was a shot. Actually, first I thought it was a drink, then a shot, and then I guess it's back to a drink.
戦わずに飲ませるなんて無理じゃねえか？
No, definitely. It's how it went down with, I think we did it with Takamine. I don't remember how we defeated Takamine back in episode 2, but that's how we saved Sora, and I don't know what happened to us. Honestly, I really gotta look back on the ending of episode 2. Grumbling to myself, I flop onto my bed. For now, I can at least say that we have made some progress. We can work on a plan tomorrow when we all meet up. Twerks for me. Is that the end of the day? Yep. There we go. Yep, it is just the next day. Alrighty, we will enter there. And it looks like we're going to be going through the story a bit during Golden Week. I think the previous episodes we just kind of skipped through Golden Week because I guess everybody went home or whatever. Well, anyways, No, this was a good episode. I think we got some good information. Our suspicions of Sophie have been cleared up potentially, and we learned a little bit more about Iris, what we got going on here with all these fucking parties, a little bit about the other world that is involved here, and now we see a return of the Ambrosia from episode 2. Very, very curious to see how things are going to play out here, but yeah, we'll just keep on grinding away. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.